We've seen a lot of partnerships in the NBA between star player and front office member like Bob Myers, Stephen Curry. We've seen Mitch Kupchak and Kobe Bryant. And recently we've also seen Daryl Morey and James Harden. Now they had their one stint back in Houston and now with the Philadelphia 76ers. But recently that relationship has gone awry. In the recent tour in China promoting a few products from Adidas, we've seen James Harden talk about how Daryl Morey is a liar, that he will never play for Daryl Morey ever again or any organization that Daryl Morey is a part of. And he had the audacity to repeat it yet again. The clip is gone viral across many platforms and we're here to discuss that. A little bit of a backstory behind that. Dating back to the 2022 offseason, James Harden declined a $47 million contract option and he decided to opt into a new deal that was worth about $30 million per year, and that frees up some cap room for the Philadelphia 76ers to go get some added depth, and they used that to get PJ Tucker mainly as a wing defender. That move right there, that's able to get you some wing defense. They already have that chemistry from their days in Houston. Since 2020, James Harden has demanded now 3 trades. We've heard about the trade from Houston to Brooklyn, Brooklyn to Philly, and now he's on his way or trying to get out from the Philadelphia 76ers organization. It's been interesting. I mean, ever since opting into that smaller deal, we've heard rumors about him flirting with a return to Houston in the 2023 offseason. But ever since Houston decided to invest those dollars in Fred VanVleet and also Dylan Brooks, plus drafting a guard, it's clear that the Houston Rockets don't really want James Harden. And James Harden doesn't really want to be a part of the Philadelphia 76ers, so he hijacked his own trade value by pigeonholing his next destination with the LA Clippers. So with this move, it completely undercuts whatever leverage the Philadelphia 76ers had. And with this hissy fit, I mean, you can see that James Harden is disgruntled, and this also gives the Clippers the ability to lowball the Philadelphia 76ers, something that Daryl Morey will not do. Going off of the name that is James Harden, he would expect multiple first-round draft picks, a young, talented player to pair with Joel Embiid, and additional other role players. But the Clippers don't really have that. I mean, I think the best piece in a deal with the Clippers would be Terrence Mann. You probably throw in a couple first round picks, and it's really slim picking on what else you can get, but that's not enough to equate to the value that is James Harden, even though his play has declined. There was a handshake agreement between Daryl Morey and James Harden, and basically this means that, okay, you're gonna take this pay cut now, we're gonna reward you with a long-term deal or something with more money later once this contract is up, or if you decide to opt out, whatever the case may be. It seems that they've gone back on their word. Now, have NBA franchises lied about handshake agreements? Of course. I mean, unless there is a written contract or you have it in writing, it doesn't mean anything. Somebody's word doesn't mean anything. So the Sixers aren't doing necessarily anything illegal. It's probably a little more of a morality aspect. I understand the frustration for James Harden, but let's just look at the tape. James Harden has a history of not coming into camp in shape, or he doesn't give maximum effort on both ends of the floor. He'll jog back. And even his former coach, Kevin McHale, who was the first coach when he was brought on to the Houston Rockets, he talked about when James doesn't run at his highest pace along with that 3-on-2 fast break, he dips back, and that means it turns from a 3-on-2 to a 2-on-2, and that disrupts a ton of fast break opportunities or easy looks at the basket. We've seen that a ton of times with James Harden, the lack of commitment to the defensive end, and it's translated to a lot of teams not having a lot of faith that they want to invest a lot of dollars into him. He's had issues with staying healthy as well. Instant with the Brooklyn Nets, it was marred by injuries, and then he also just grew frustrated with the whole Kyrie Irving vaccination status, and that's led to his movement from Brooklyn to Philly. And it seemed like it was a decent partnership to start, but it again was a relationship that deteriorated before our very eyes into this offseason. I'm not not sure what exactly this will entail. The Sixers have some issues that they need to work out on. It's reported that James Harden is going to skip camp. No surprise there, but this is going to continue to screw over both his own leverage in James Harden and also the Sixers. The relationship is going to continue to deteriorate, but they're also going to get pennies on the dollar in terms of trade value for James Harden.